Hello, welcome to this 20-minute module designed to be a little pick-me-up that you may want to do throughout the day, or something to get you started, or even a little transition from your maybe working from home and then moving on to the evening, or simply just come back from a walk and fancy a little bit of a stretch. We'll start standing up, and for this we'll plant our feet down into the floor, so big toe mound, little toe mound, inner heel, outer heel, relaxing the hands out to the side of the body, making sure that the crown of the head is up towards the ceiling, so the front of the throat is gently back slightly towards the back of the neck, so the chin is parallel to the floor. Relax the legs, relax the buttocks. Close your eyes. If you want to, you can even take your hands to your belly. We'll take 5 breaths to center. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. In your own breath, carry on. Last exhale, slowly open the eyes, release the hands out to the side of the body. And let's take the legs slightly wider to a good outer hip width. We're going to gently flex the knees, and we'll bring a little bit of energy in the body by swinging from side to side. So when you go to one side, you take the knee of the other leg with you, so you bend and you pivot onto that opposite foot, so that you can just come from side to side. You let the arms go from side to side, so they may even tap on the sides of the body, the hips and the buttocks, bringing a little bit more energy here. Come back through towards the center, and from here, gently bend the knees. You're going to inhale and lift the arms, and then drop everything out with drama. Bend the knees. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and then release the arms out to the side to about shoulder height here. We're going to turn the shoulders in, or rather thumb down, so internally rotate the shoulders, then back up and back around. So it's the entire arm that moves. If you look towards one arm, you can see the shoulder coming in and then the shoulder coming out. Pardon me. And then come back through towards the center. Here we're going to interlace the fingers. As we exhale, we're going to round, so you can keep the knees bent, lengthen the tailbone. Exhale, round. Inhale, we're going to separate the hands and do a little bit of a chest bump with the elbows to shoulder height. Again, 3 more times. Good. From this, let's warm up a little bit into our shoulders. You may want to have a belt here. Take hold of your belt. You're going to place the belt onto the right shoulder. As you take the left arm out, you're going to turn the left palm up towards the ceiling, then take it by the side of the ear and bend the elbow. If you need to, you can take the right hand to the elbow to lift it a little higher up, lengthening into the side of the body. Take the right arm out, thumb down, turn it in, and then go behind there, and you're going to reach towards your belt. Or maybe you reach towards your fingers. Maybe your fingers are already touching or not quite. Top elbow up, bottom elbow down, so they're quite close to the sides of the body. and then we'll release. We'll take the belt to the other side. Take the right arm, palm up by the side of the ear, bend the elbow, maybe help with the other arm to lift a little bit. You can even grab hold of the outside of the arm and bring it in a little bit to get more length. Other arm goes down behind you and again reaches towards the belt, or simply reaching the fingers towards one another. So you're bringing a little bit more blood supply to the shoulders. And then we'll release here. Good. From there, release the belt out to the side. Hello you. Let's take the left hand to the side of the hip. Let's take the right arm up. Reach the right arm up. Plant both feet, but particularly the right foot, so that you can bend the knees and take a side bend here. Then back up through towards the center, over to the other side. So again, arm to the side, plant the left foot, release the shoulder, go over to the other side. Back through towards the center this time. Let's come to a half a tabletop. In other words, you're at a 90-degree angle here. I like to call this the ironing board, whereby the back is very long. So the legs may be bent and the arms, however, are straight, so that you can allow the chest to drop, the shoulders to go back, and your gaze to be down. This may be enough of a stretch into the back of the legs, otherwise you may even be able to release yourself forward all the way down to the floor, or have your brick as a support here. If you can, you even release the head all the way down there. You can let it hang, you can even hold onto the elbows and allow the sides of the body to drape a little further down with the help of the weight being pulled down and gravity. Release the hand to the brick or to the floor, come back up to your halfway point, then take the hands to the thighs, bring yourself back up again, and then all the way up towards the ceiling with the crown of the head. For the next one, let's use a wall to have a little bit more opening into the shoulders. So from this, you're going to have, first of all, the left arm touching the wall, so there's a little bit of the softness into the elbow. And then from here, you take the right leg behind the left leg, so that you're pointing the toes behind and you can start to stretch into the front of the body here. You can reach the right arm up and then reach towards the wall, so you have the support of the wall here as you stretch the side of the body. Come back through towards the center, release the right leg. We'll do this on the other side, and this way you'll see it from the back. So from there you have the right hand to the wall, so you have a little bit of an elbow bend, that's for your support. You can take the left leg back, the toes are to the floor. Some of you may even be able to come onto the outside of the foot, but you're aiming for a little bit of a stretch. Take the left arm up, and then you're going to reach that left arm. Just make sure that this is comfortable in your body, so only go as far as you feel is comfortable. Come back, release. I'll be facing you once more. And from this, a little bit more opening into the shoulders. Take the arms, left arm to shoulder height again. So the fingers, if you were to come all the way there, the shoulders and the fingers are in line. This time, however, you're going to have the arms straight, and then you're going to step about a step forward and just feel how this goes. So you go no higher than the shoulder, and you may even want to go a little lower down if that's too much pull on your shoulder. The hand should be flat to the wall. And then look towards your hand, turn the fingers facing towards the back, and take the arm a little lower down. So you're sort of taking a circle and you're going back, and then you can feel that this opens a little bit more in the pectorals and releases the shoulder blade towards the spine. You aim to have the hand flat to the wall. Good. Then release, and feel that stretch. Now sometimes what happens, you may see on me, that the arm that you've just stretched is longer than the other arm. So let's make sure that we balance this out. This time bringing the right arm straight in its length. You've got the hand flat. If you have issues with this, just keep the elbow bent slightly so you're closer towards the wall. The fingers are as high as the shoulders, but no higher. They may even be a little lower. And again, you step about a foot forward. So you start to feel that there is a little bit of a stretch. Keep the chest and the hips facing forward. Then the fingers turn towards the back and you bring it this slightly lower down so that you can feel that there is even more stretch. This may well be too much, so you might want to stay to the option that was beforehand, where your fingers were pointing up towards the ceiling rather than behind you. So now you bring back up, step back, good. And hopefully your fingers are more or less the same length now. So you can take a couple of shoulder rolls, shoulder shrugs. Good. Taking now the weight onto the right leg, we're going to lift the left leg and take the right leg back. Ideally starting with the knee to the floor, but for some of you, being with the knee on the floor, not being comfortable, then you're more than welcome to be in a high lunge. Take the arms up towards the ceiling. You're going to turn the left palm behind you, bend the elbow, take the right arm out, thumb down, and then go behind. Again here, you may have wanted your belt, but because we're not staying there so long, we're more focusing on the opening into the left side of the body. Lengthen the tailbone down towards the floor, take the belly button in towards the spine, and then lift the chest. Maybe allow the head to be falling back towards the back arm. Gaze back through towards the front, release the arms, tuck the back foot, bring yourself back up into a high lunge, or if you were there, simply step all the way towards the front. We'll do this to the other side. Take the right leg back. I'll demonstrate this time with the leg up, but you can certainly have the leg down, as this is where we started on the other side. From there, we're going to inhale and lift the arms. This time, right palm turns, bends at the elbow, left arm releases back, so you can have that opening into the chest and the length into the right side of the body. Lengthen the tailbone, belly towards the spine. Lift, so feel as if you're being pulled from your breastbone. Maybe even release the head back. For stability, make sure that you're fairly wide into your stance and that you're also pressing the four corners of the front foot down to the floor, and either the back knee down into the floor or big toe mound and little toe mound. Gaze back through towards the center, release. Either lift the knee up off the floor, or from where you are, come back all the way through towards the front. Give your legs a little bit of a wiggle. In fact, from this we're going to go back to our movement going from side to side. Come back through towards the center. Using the wall still, or off the wall, it's entirely up to you. You're going to take the weight onto the right leg, lift the left leg, and have that shin parallel to the floor. Now, if keeping the balance is a little bit difficult, you can have the hand to the floor, or you can use your brick for support. where you would have maybe the foot on top of the brick, and maybe even the hand to the wall. Take the right hand to the outside of the left leg. You can keep the left hand to the wall and take it back a little bit in order to then help yourself for that twist. Or if you want, you take the left hand onto your lower back and then you use twist. Then you may even take the gaze a little bit further back. Inhale the gaze back through towards the center and the spine facing back towards the center. I must admit that actually being on its side, this brick has made me feel a little bit more wobbly. So if you have two bricks, then why not use them one on top of the other rather than just on its side. Demonstrating on the other side, so you either turn around so that you've got your wall, or here you have the weight onto the left leg, you lift the right leg, keep the crown of the head, the tailbone and the feet or the left foot to the ground. Take the right hand to the outside of the left leg, either your right arm, to the outside of the right leg, either your right arm to the wall, and then it can go back to help with your balance, or you take it to the lower back, lift the chest and then twist. Aim to keep that lifted up knee and hip aligned. So you're not using this as a lever, you are really truly being forward. Gaze back through towards the center, spine comes back through towards the center, foot to the floor. From this we're going to take the legs wide. Lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, then hinge forward. And then maybe you stay here and you have the hands on the back of the thighs or the front of the thighs. Or you can take the hands under your face to a block or a brick, or even releasing the hands all the way down, whether the hands are flat. Now we haven't worked so much into stretching the back of the legs. This is one of those postures that will help you to do so. So simply allow yourself to dangle down. Too much for you here, remember the option of having the legs more into a half a tabletop. That's also a good one to come back to. Otherwise here, hang down. A little bit more blood coming to the crown of the head. Stimulating here. And then very slowly gaze back up, come up onto the fingertips or to a long back if you've got your hands to the bricks. Inhale, hands to the thighs, exhale, press the thighs away as you lift yourself all the way back up. So slowly taking this into 2 breaths. You can step, you can walk, you can jump those legs back together. And then from here, we're going to simply release the arms out to the side, close our eyes, and take a couple of breaths. We can move on with our day or move on to another practice. Namaste.